Hello, this is Professor Warsi, and today we're going to learn the difference between American English letters and sounds. Very often my students ask me why it is so difficult to pronounce English words. So they would say, Professor Warsi, CUT is cut, BUT is but PUT is put. Shouldn't it be put? Or they'll learn PUT is put, but CUT is not kut, it is cut. And I think that the reason is that there are many languages, such as Spanish, Hindi, and Urdu, in which people pronounce the words exactly the way they are spelled. But that is not the case in American English. Letters are not pronounced the same way. So you could see the letter X, and it looks like, okay, there's just one letter. But when we pronounce the letter X, we say X, E, K, S. So today's objectives are to identify the primary phonemes associated with each letter of the American English alphabet. We will also learn how to recognize the difference between letters and phonemes. We will use the International Phonetic Alphabet, also called IPA, to represent English sounds. And there will be a short passage I'll ask you to transcribe, phonetically transcribe, so you will understand better how letters are represented by sounds. Okay, so let's start. Part 1, letters versus sounds. Phonemes, and by definition, a phoneme is an individual unit of a sound. So there are 26 letters in English, you may already know that, but there are over 40 sounds, or 40 phonemes, if you will. Now, letters, as I explained to you earlier, do not always correspond one-to-one with sounds. But if you learn the IPA, you will know that this is a tool to represent pronunciation, regardless of spelling. So it doesn't matter how a word is spelled. As I explained before, BUT is but, CUT is cut, but PUT is put. So it's difficult, and as a teacher of English, I appreciate that you find it difficult, but that is why you're learning with me. Okay? I'm here to help you improve your pronunciation of English consonants and vowels. Okay, so phonemes of the alphabet. You see A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These are letters. And in IPA, in International Phonetic Alphabet, they are transcribed as A, or A. So you can see that there is only one letter, but there are 3 different phonemes. It depends on where they appear in a word. Cat, cake, and father. Okay, letter B is B, as in bat. C could be represented by 2 phonemes, K or S, as in cat and city. Letter D is D, as in dog. E has 2 phonemes, E and E, so bed and B. F is represented by phoneme F, as in fish. G, it could be pronounced 2 ways, G and J, as in go and giraffe. Okay? So let's learn the phonemes of the alphabet. Okay? There's H, as in hat. I is it or I. Sit and ice. J is J, as in jump. K is K, as in kite. L is L as in leg. M, probably the easiest sound to pronounce, right? All you have to do is join your lips. As in man. N, not. O is O, okay? As in hot, go, and sun. P, letter P is P, as in pan. When you pronounce this sound, P, okay, imagine blowing a candle. P, P, as in pan. Okay, Q, letter Q is K, K, as in queen. R is as in red. S is Z, sun and has. T is top and butter. U has three phonemes. U as in cup, blue, and use. V is V as in van. I hope you're repeating after me. That way you get to practice your pronunciation. Okay. W is W as in win. We have three more letters left. X, X as in box. Y is Y and I. Yes, my. Z is Z as in zoo. Now, let's practice. I've given you some letters and I'm asking you to write the IPA symbol next to it. To do this exercise, you may want to rewind the lesson, go back a little bit and study the IPA again for each of the letters. Okay, so I will wait for you to finish this exercise. Pause the video here, complete the exercise. It would be good for you to pronounce like D, 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 and be sure to write the forward slashes. You can see the phoneme B is between two forward slashes. Okay, so complete the exercise and I will show you the answers. Okay, here are the phonemes. So you can match them up. You see, number one is D, D. Number two is G, G. Number three is I, and it's either it or I. And number four is O, and the phonemes are U, U. Okay? Number five is U. That also could be U, and U. Number six is C, as in K, or S. Seven is T, T, or T, as in butter. E is E, and E. 9 is J, J, and 10 is Y, Y, and I. So I hope you did well on this exercise. Let's move on. I am going to pronounce these words for you, so listen to me carefully and write the IPA transcription for each word. There are 10 words, so I will pronounce each one slowly and then I'll wait for you to transcribe. Okay? Ready? 1. Cat. 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 2. Dog. 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 3. Go. 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 4 is tree, tree, tree. 5, book, book, book. 6, eyes, eyes, eyes. 7, happy, happy, happy. 8, fish, fish, fish. 9, zoo, zoo, zoo. 10, sun, sun, sun. Okay, pause this video here and go over the IPA transcription for each word. I hope you were transcribing the words as I was pronouncing them. Okay, I'll show you the answer. Okay, now you can compare the two, the phonetic transcription of each word that I'm showing you from 1 through 10, and then check the transcription, the IPA transcription that you wrote down. Okay? How about this? I have given you one sentence and I'm asking you to transcribe it. So you just transcribed 10 words. This time I need you to transcribe a whole sentence. The cat sat on the mat and looked at the sun. The cat sat on the mat and looked at the sun. Okay, use IPA to phonetically transcribe the sentence. Give it a try. I know it's not very easy because this is new, but you can go back and forth, right? Like transcribe the first 3 letters and go back and see the transcription, and then continue to transcribe the whole sentence. Okay, so I've given you an approximate transcription in American English. So see the transcription. The cat sat on the mat and looked at the sun. Okay? I hope you did well. And if you didn't, it's okay. You're students of English. You're learning. So it's okay to make some errors here and there. What is important is that you're learning. Okay. Now transcribe a short paragraph. So you transcribed words. These are building blocks. Then we transcribed a sentence. And this time I need you to transcribe a whole paragraph. Okay? And I'll maybe read the passage out loud to you so you get to hear each word. Every afternoon, Maria practiced playing the piano in her small living room. She carefully arranged the sheet music and focused on each note, aiming for a smooth, expressive performance. Okay, so give yourself at least a couple minutes, transcribe the whole paragraph, and I'll give you the answers in a second. Okay, so you can mash the two up. Mash the passage that you transcribed, your transcription, with the match it up with the transcription that I've just showed you. All right, so I hope you're doing well. So far, so good. Now, here are some guide notes for keywords. Every afternoon, Maria practiced piano. Living room, carefully arranged, focused, each, smooth. Okay, expressive, performance. So I have just given you notes for some of the keywords. All right? So review these words and their pronunciation a couple times. I would say at least twice or maybe even 3 or 4 times until you completely grasp the concept. So this was a quick lesson, and I hope that it will help you pronounce words carefully. You can look up these words. Let's say you come across a word you do not know how to pronounce. You can look them up in an English dictionary. Most English dictionaries will show you a transcription also. So let's summarize what are the key takeaways from this lesson. English spelling doesn't always match pronunciation, right? As we learn, CUT is cut, but PUT is put. And it's not because of the spelling, but because of the sounds, the sounds that represent the letters. Okay, each letter of the alphabet can represent multiple sounds, as we saw. For example, C could be S or K, as in cell, C-E-L-L, and catch, C-A-T-C-H. IPA symbols help learners improve pronunciation, listening and reading of spoken English. And your goal is to master the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, to improve your understanding of spoken English and support clearer pronunciation. Okay? So I'm leaving you with an optional homework. If you wish to do it, I think that's great. So pick 5 new English words, read something in English, and see if you find a couple of words very difficult to pronounce. Look them up in a dictionary with IPA. And I've given you 2 examples, but there are others too. Merriam-Webster is my favorite. There's Cambridge Dictionary also. And try to write the IPA transcription and practice saying each word aloud. Okay, so thank you for taking this lesson with me. I will see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing. Bye-bye.